How's it going, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to get a great in-ear monitor mix. The best thing about having in-ear monitors is that you can customize exactly what you're hearing and where you hear it with your in-ear monitors in. What I like to do while I'm playing, since I play drums, I like to have stuff really separated out so I can hear exactly what's going on rather than having it all down the center. So usually in the drum chair, I'm sitting behind the band, and what I'll do is I'll pan the different instruments of the different players in front of me depending on where they're standing. With my band, Big Train, for instance, it's a big ensemble with a bunch of people standing in different places, so I take their instruments and I mix them like they're standing. On my left, I'll have 2 guitar players. On my right, 2 keyboard players with a violin. And behind me is a brass section with our singer David right down the middle. Now you might be thinking, synthesizers, keyboards and stuff, you want them in stereo. You can if you want, but the way I do it is I pan them where the players are sitting. That way, everything that everybody's playing, especially if they're all playing at the same time, I get clarity on what I'm hearing. So I will pan the far right keyboard player to my far right, hard right, far left guitar player to my far left, and then fill up the sound in between. That way, if the person on the far left is playing like a fast arpeggio and the person on the far right is playing a pad, I can really differentiate what's going on with the 2 players, and then I can play my parts along with them and get a really tight fit. Also, if you have the opportunity and the ability, I would suggest you add EQ and effects to your mix as well, because it sounds great. It just makes it more natural and fun to hear. So add reverb to your drums or your voice. Definitely mold the EQ to exactly how you want it, how you want to hear it, okay? You're the one hearing the mix. That's not what's going to the front of house and what the audience is hearing. So do whatever you want to make yourself comfortable. With that said, it's worth noting that all musicians are different. Everybody hears things differently, and not everybody's going to want to have everything going on in their head at the same time. I like to have everything in my head. I want to hear all of the different instrumentation going on. But some people will mix things up and down in the mix depending on what is the most important thing they want to play along to. So if you're a drummer, you might have the bass player and the guitar player the loudest thing, maybe keyboards not, or the vocals the loudest thing, depending on what you want to play to. So mold it however you see fit. Now, up until now, I've been talking about playing live, but you can use your in-ear monitors in the studio as well, and I do it all the time. Now, since being in a studio is different in respect to where I'm sitting, especially in Sweetwater studios, I'm usually in the corner. The band is not set up in front of me like in a live situation, so I don't have to worry about panning the instruments to the left and the right in the same way as I would on a live stage, but I still do move it around, especially if the sound is getting really full and I'm losing specifics of the music. Then I will move stuff in the stereo spectrum to my left or right so I can get that clarity. And again, this is all about making the mix exactly the way you want it. Don't be afraid to add EQ, different effects, drop stuff out, put stuff in, put it wherever you want so you can hear it exactly the way you want it. The great thing about in-ear monitors is that they take away the outside noise you're hearing around you when you're playing your instrument, especially if you play drums. So definitely take advantage and take the time to make the mix as best as you can and as clear as you can, so then you can just sit back and be comfortable and play the music. If you want to get any information about in-ear monitor systems, custom in-ear monitors, just talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer. Check out our website at sweetwater.com, and thanks a lot for watching.